Hello students, welcome to the maths class. Today in this video I am going to explain exercise first B of GST. In this exercise you are going to study input tax or input credit. Second point, output tax or output GST. Input tax or input GST, output tax or output GST, and third point is input tax credit. Input tax credit, in short ITC, input tax credit. So input tax or input GST, they have the same meaning, so they are equal. Output tax or output GST, they are also same. So one by one I am going to explain each point. You listen carefully. This is very easy topic. If you listen, then you will understand what I am telling. What is input tax? In short, if we talk about input tax, it is the tax on the purchase of some goods. Output tax, it is the tax on the sale of goods. So the tax which you pay on the purchase of goods, that is input tax or input GST. The tax which you pay on the sale of goods, that is output tax or output GST. The tax which you charge, you can say the tax which you charge on the sale, so that is output tax or output GST. Now which type of tax you will pay? So listen carefully. Suppose you are a businessman and you are purchasing some goods. So if you are purchasing the goods from the same state in which you are having the business, you are purchasing the goods from the same state in which you are having your business. So in this case it will be a intra-state transaction. This case will be a intra-state transaction. So in this case, tax to be paid will be CGST and SGST. So input tax will be the sum of CGST and SGST. Okay. So what is input tax? Suppose you are a businessman, you are purchasing some goods from the same state in which you are having the business. So it will be a case of intrastate transaction. In this case, you will pay CGST and SGST on the purchase of the goods. So input tax or input GST will be the sum of CGST and SGST. Suppose you are purchasing the goods from the other state. So in this case, you will pay IGST. In this case, you will pay IGST. So this IGST will be input tax or input GST. In the same way, suppose you are selling the goods in the same state in which you are having the business. You are selling the goods in the same state in which you are having the business. So you will charge CGST and SGST. So sum of CGST and SGST will be output tax. And suppose you are selling the goods in other state, so output tax will be IGST. Now what is input tax credit? What is input tax credit? Actually input tax credit means input tax. Input tax credit means input tax or input GST. Now what is the meaning of input tax credit? I am telling to you. Suppose you are a businessman and you are paying the tax on the purchase of some goods. Then you will, when you will sell that goods, then you will charge the tax. Out of that tax, your input tax can be availed for you. Means you can avail your input tax from the tax which you will charge on the sale. One more time I am telling to you. Input tax credit means you can avail your input tax, means your tax which you have paid, from the tax which you will charge on the sale of the goods. Suppose, one example we are taking. Suppose you are purchasing goods for rupees 100 rupees and you are selling it for rupees 150. Suppose GST percent is 10%. So input tax, how much you will pay? Input tax, it will be 10% of 100. 10% of 100. So it will be 10 rupees. Output tax, it will be 10% of 150. So it will be 15 rupees. So input tax is 10 rupees and output tax is 15 rupees. When you will pay GST to the government, then 15 minus 10, 5 rupees. This will be the net GST to be paid by you to the government. 5 rupees will be the net GST to be paid by you to the government, because 10 rupees which you have paid already as input tax, this time you are availing that tax. You are keeping your tax back. Out of 15 rupees, 10 rupees you are taking your tax back, and 5 rupees means remainder. What is the balance that you are paying as net GST to the government? So this is the meaning of input tax credit. So whatever input tax will be there, that can be availed from the tax which you will apply on sale. So from that tax you can avail your input tax. So that will be input tax credit. So input tax can be availed. So that will become input tax credit. Now I am going to take some questions from the exercise so that you can understand. You can see I will take here question number 2 and 4. So question number 2, you can see goods and services are sold from Agra, UP to Kanpur for 20,000, and then from Kanpur to Jaipur, Rajasthan. If the GST rate is 18%, profit made at Kanpur 5,000 rupees. Find the net GST payable by dealer at Kanpur, cost of goods and services at Jaipur. First of all, what is given? Goods and services are there. First, goods and services are sold from Agra to Kanpur, means UP to UP. It is mentioned in the question, UP to UP. First transaction is UP to UP. Then Kanpur to Jaipur, Rajasthan. UP to Rajasthan, second transaction. So first transaction is intrastate transaction. Second transaction is interstate transaction. Okay. At Kanpur you are making 5,000 rupees profit. GST rate 18% it is given. You have to tell then net GST payable by dealer at Kanpur. How much GST will be paid by the dealer at Kanpur? You have to tell in first part. Second part, cost of goods and services at Jaipur. What will be the cost of goods and services at Jaipur? So you see the solution. You can see solution. Rate of GST I have written 18%, it is given. So first condition, first case I have taken, when goods and services are sold from Agra UP to Kanpur UP. So it is a case of intrastate transaction. It is necessary to write. Okay. So for the dealer at Agra. Now for the dealer at Agra, SP is 20,000 it is given, because from Agra it is sold for rupees 20,000 to Kanpur. So SP is 20,000. So and it is a intrastate transaction. So CGST and SGST both will be there and both will be equal. CGST 9% of 20,000, 1800 rupees. SGST also 9% of 20,000, 1800 rupees. So it is the tax, it is output tax at Agra, but it is input tax at Kanpur, because Kanpur dealer is purchasing the goods and services. So I have written second case here, when goods and services are sold from Kanpur to Jaipur, Rajasthan, it is a case of interstate transaction. So for the dealer at Kanpur, CP will be 20,000 because SP of Agra will be CP of Kanpur. CP profit at Kanpur it is given 5,000. So SP at Kanpur it will be 25,000. You can see here CP SP of Agra 20,000, profit 5,000 it is given, SP will be 25,000. Now you can see input tax credit. Input tax means the dealer who has paid tax while purchasing the goods and services. While purchasing the goods and services, input tax credit of dealer at Kanpur, it is CGST plus SGST. I told you 3600, 1800 plus 1800, 3600. Now Kanpur dealer is selling the goods, so he will apply IGST because he is selling the goods from UP to Rajasthan. He is making interstate transaction. So output GST will be IGST. So 18% of 25,000, 4,500. So input tax credit 3,600, output GST 4,500. So net GST payable, their difference. Net GST payable by the dealer at Kanpur, output GST minus input GST. 4,500 minus 3,600, 900. Now second part, cost of goods and services at Jaipur 25,000. SP at Kanpur, what was the SP at Kanpur? 25,000. So this will be the CP at Jaipur. So CP plus GST on it. So GST at Jaipur 4,500 because output tax at Kanpur it was 4,500. So it will be the input tax at Jaipur. So CP 25,000 and input tax 4,500. So 29,500. It is the final answer. One more question you can see. Question number 4th. First I will read the question. You can see a dealer is a dealer in Banaras, UP. He supplies goods and services worth rupees 8,000 to a dealer B in Agra. Again UP to UP. Banaras to Agra, UP to UP transaction. Interstate transaction is there. Dealer A is in Banaras and dealer B is in Agra. Dealer B in turn supplies goods and services to dealer C in Patna. Now Patna is in Bihar. So UP to Bihar interstate transaction. Same like question number 2 at a profit of 1,200. So in second question profit was given 5,000. Here profit is given 1,200. In second question CP at Agra it was given 20,000 and here CP at Banaras it is given 8,000. GST rate same 18%. If the rate of GST is 18%, find the input and output tax for dealer C under GST system. And it is written, pay attention here, C does not sell his goods and services further. What is the meaning of this line? C does not sell his goods and services further. It means that C is the end user. C is the end user. After this user, this goods and services cannot be sold. He is using all goods and services. So this is the meaning of this line. Now you see the solution. I have written here, when goods and services are supplied from Banaras UP to Agra UP, it is an intrastate transaction. So for dealer A at Banaras, SP is 8,000, rate of GST 18%, it is given. So CGST will be 9% of 8,000, 720, SGST will be same 720. Because it is an interstate transaction, again and again I am saying, so that's why 18% GST will be divided equally, 9%, 9%, and 9% CGST will be there, 9% SGST will be there. So 720 is the total tax. So second case, when goods and services are transferred, are supplied from Agra to Patna, Bihar, it is an interstate transaction. So for dealer B in Agra, So for dealer B in Agra, input tax credit. So how much tax? Because Agra dealer is purchasing goods from Banaras dealer. So the tax applied by Banaras dealer will be the input tax for Agra dealer, because Agra dealer is purchasing goods from Banaras dealer. So input tax credit 720 plus 720, 1440. CP 8000, because SP at Agra was 8000. Profit 1200 it is given. SP is 9200, CP plus profit. So output GST, it is a interstate transaction, so it will be IGST. So 18% of 9200, so 18 upon 100 into 9200, 1656. After simplifying you are getting 1656. Now for dealer C in Patna, so for dealer C in Patna, input tax, so that this output GST will be input GST for the dealer in Patna. So input GST 1656, because goods and services are supplied from Agra to Patna. So input tax will be 1656. Output tax, since C is the end user, I have written here, since C is the end user, it means that C is not selling these goods or services further. So that's why C cannot charge the tax. So for C, output tax will be nothing. So output tax equals 0, because C is not selling the goods. Output tax means tax on sale, I told you. So when C is not selling the goods, so tax on sale will be nil. So output tax nil, input tax already means which C paid, 1656. So this was the answer. Now out of these questions, 7th and 10th I am taking. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 questions are written. 7 and 10 question I am taking. You see, consultancy services worth rupees 50,000 are transferred from Delhi to Calcutta, and then from Calcutta to Nainital with a profit of 20,000 rupees. GST rate is 18%. It is given. You have to find output tax. You have to find, you can see here, consultancy services worth rupees 50,000 are transferred from Delhi to Calcutta at the rate of GST 18%, and then from Calcutta to Nainital with profit 20,000 at the same rate of GST. Find output tax at Delhi, Calcutta and Nainital. In this question, only output tax at every place you have to find. So now you see the solution. 7th question. Rate of GST 18% it is given. When consultancy services are transferred from Delhi to Calcutta, so it is an interstate transaction. So at Delhi, SP was 50,000. You can see. So IGST will be applied because Delhi to Calcutta services are going. So 18% of 50,000, 9,000 rupees. So this is the tax charged in Delhi. So when it is charged on SP, it is charging. So it is output tax at Delhi. So output tax at Delhi is 9,000 rupees. When consultancy services are transferred from Calcutta to Nainital, it is also interstate transaction. Calcutta is in West Bengal, Nainital in Uttarakhand. So interstate transaction it is. So at Calcutta, CP, SP at Delhi means 50,000. Profit it is given 20,000. So SP is 70,000. 50,000 plus 20,000, 70,000. So here how much tax you will charge? IGST you will charge because interstate transaction is there. 18% of 70,000. It is coming 12,600. It is coming 12,600. So output tax at Calcutta 12,600, because you are charging this tax, so it will be the output tax. Now Nainital. At Nainital, what will be the output tax? So I have written here, if the dealer at Nainital is the end user, because after Nainital, consultancy services are transferred or not, it is not given in the question. So it is not given in the question. From Nainital, consultancy services are transferred to other place or not. So that's why I have written, if the dealer at Nainital is the end user, so he cannot transfer services. So when he cannot transfer, he cannot charge the tax. So output tax will be nil, 0. So if dealer at Nainital is end user, so then output tax at Nainital 0. Now question number 10, you can see. What is 10th question? A is a manufacturer of TV set in Delhi. He manufactures a particular brand of TV set and marks it at 75,000. This time MP of TV set is given 75,000. Then he sells the TV set to wholesaler B in Punjab, Delhi to Punjab, interstate transaction at a discount of 30%. Okay. If the wholesaler B raises the marked price of TV set bought by 30%, now B is raising the marked price by 30%. Means 75,000 was there, 75,000 plus 30% of 75,000. New MP he is making, and sells it to dealer C in Delhi. Again from Punjab to Delhi it is sold. TV set is sold. First Delhi to Punjab, TV set is sold. Then Punjab to Delhi, again it is sold. First Delhi dealer is A, Punjab dealer B, again Delhi dealer is C. It is third dealer. Rate of GST 5%. Find the tax under GST paid by wholesaler B to the government. So how much tax wholesaler B will pay to the government? It is net GST. Net GST means output tax minus input tax. I told you just before. So you can see the solution. I have written here, rate of GST 5%. Since TV set is sold from Delhi to Punjab, so it is a case of interstate transaction. So for manufacturer in Delhi, MP, it is given 75,000. SP, at how much price he is selling the TV set? 30% discount is giving. So 75,000 minus 30% of 75,000. So after calculation it is coming 52,500. So SP is 52,500 at Delhi, but it will be the CP for the dealer in Punjab. It will be the CP for the dealer in Punjab. So at Delhi, output tax is IGST because it is interstate transaction. 5% of 52,500, 2,625. Second case. Since TV set is sold from Punjab to Delhi, it is also a case of interstate transaction. So you can see here, for dealer B in Punjab, input tax 2,625. It is the output tax at Delhi. So it will be the input tax at Punjab. So it is input tax. MP he is raising. MP 75,000 was the given MP. 30% he is increasing. So it is becoming 97,500. And he is selling this TV set at 97,500. He is not giving any discount. Dealer B is raising the price, mark price. He is making the new mark price 97,500 and he is selling the TV set at this price 97,500. So SP, that's why I have written 97,500. But for dealer B, CP was 52,500. So output tax, it will be 5% of 97,500 because tax on sale. So selling price, tax on selling price, it is output tax. Tax on cost price, it is input tax. So it is 4,875 output tax. So dealer B will get ITC, input tax credit. Means from this output tax, he will take his input tax back and balance he will pay as net GST to the government. So tax paid by B to the government, output tax minus input tax, 4,875 minus 2,625, 2,250. So it is the net GST payable by B to the government. So like this students, only 11 questions are there in this exercise. You can do the remaining questions. Many questions I have explained here. You have seen. I hope you have understood all the questions. So it is very easy topic. So easily you can do. If you have any doubt, you can ask. So thank you and have a nice day.